Hello champions, and today we are going to be learning all about the strategies for leaving a down payment, applying for a mortgage, shopping for a house, and so much more. I've been just wanting to get out more real estate content, so that's why I'm here. But before we dive into that, my name is Antonio Cancelli. You probably watched my videos before. I'm your go-to for all your real estate and mortgage questions. But like any big project, a successful homebuyer experience is all about getting those details right from start to finish. And these tips are for first-time homebuyers that can navigate the process, that save money and close the deal, champions. So we are organized into really 4 different categories. That is like prepare for buying tips, mortgage selection tips, home shopping tips, and home purchasing tips. And I'm really talking about preparing buying tips. So we're going to start saving early. Number 1 tip. The main cost to consider when saving for a home is the down payment. And your down payment is literally the requirement that is like dependent on the type of mortgage that you choose and also the lender. Some conversion loans are aimed for first-time home buyers with excellent credit that allow just as little as 3% down, but even a small down payment can be challenging to save for. So for example, a 3% down payment with a $300,000 house it would be $9,000. So that down payment could be a lot. So setting up that automatic transfers for checkings to savings to get started. Closing costs. These are the fees and experiences you pay to finalize your mortgage. And this is typically ranging from 2% to 5% of the loan amount. So you can ask your seller to pay a portion of your closing costs, and you can save on some expenses such as home inspections by shopping around and moving in expenses. Oh my gosh. You're going to need some cash after the home purchase. And this is going to be setting aside for immediate home repairs, upgrades, and furnishings. Number 2 on my list is decide how much home you can actually afford, right? So figure out how much you can actually safely spend, guys, before starting to shop. For home affordability calculator, there's so much things out there for tools on how to calculate your income to debt, debt ratio, down payment, credit score, the whole 9 yards, right? Number 3 on my list is check the strength of your credit. Your credit score will determine how you qualify for a mortgage, the effective interest rate lenders that they will offer. So take these steps to strengthen your credit score to buy a house. There's so much free credit reports on Experian. I use Credit Karma. There's Equifax. I also use that. TransUnion. They differ a little bit, but they're pretty accurate and they don't affect your credit score. Pay your bills on time, like with your phone bills, credit card balances. Just keep it as low as possible. Keep your current credit cards open. Closing a card will increase the portion of available credit you use, which can lower your score. So, mortgage selection tips. This is the number 4 on my list, and it's explore mortgage options. A variety of mortgages are available for verifying down payments and eligibility requirements. So here are literally the main categories, the king categories that you need to focus on. And it's really the conversion mortgages that are not really guaranteed by the government, and some conversion loans are targeted at first-time home buyers that require as little as 3% down. So you just have to really look into all your options. There's so much options available to you guys, so just keep that in mind. FHA loans, Federal Housing Administration are allowed down payments, I think, to 3.5%. And USDA loans are guaranteed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, so they're for rural home buyers and are usually require no down payment whatsoever. So keep that in mind. And VA loans are guaranteed by the Department of Veterans Affairs, and they are for current and veteran military service members that are usually require no down payment whatsoever. So you really just have to keep your options open, do a little bit of investigating, call a mortgage broker if you have to. But most home buyer opts for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage, and they're paid in 30 years, and the interest rates that stay the same basically. A 15-year loan typically has a lower interest rate, but then a 30-year mortgage, but the monthly payments are larger. So keep that in mind. 5 on my list is research first-time home buyers and assistance programs. There's so much opportunities out there, especially with your own state and some cities and some countries and counties. So just take a look at that because they can combine low offer interest rate mortgages and down payment assistance and closing costs and assistance. They have tax credits as well. Check that out because it can save you a lot of money for first-time home buyer programs. 6 on my list is compare mortgage rates and fees. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau recommends using loan, mortgage, and multiple lenders to compare the costs, including interest rates and possible organization fees. So lenders may offer an opportunity to buy discount points, which are fees that the borrower pays upfront to lower the interest rate. And this is super vital because buying points can make sense if you have money on the other hand and plan to stay in the home for a long time. So use discount points calculated to decide really what that is. 7 on my list is get a pre-approval letter. I can't stress this enough. But pre-approval letter, because having a pre-approval letter shows home sellers and real estate agents that you're a serious buyer and they can give you an edge over home shoppers who haven't taken this step yet. So if you want to be serious, get a pre-approval because you can't buy a house without the approval unless you're paying straight cash. But a lender will pull off your credit score and review the documents and verify your income and assets and debt. So applying for pre-approval is more than one lender to shop around for rates, so it shouldn't hurt your credit score as long as you apply for them in a limited time frame, such as 30 days. Home shopping tips. So this was going to be, I think, my eighth thing on the list, and it's choose a real estate agent carefully. A good real estate agent will scour the market for homes that meet you and your needs and guide you through the negotiation process and closing process. So get agent referrals from other recent home buyers, interview with at least a few agents, and request references. Big must. Ask about their experiences about helping first-time home buyers in your market and then plan to help find you your perfect home, right? 9 is pick the right type of house and neighborhood. You're buying a home, so I think you're going to probably be staying there for quite a while. So, weigh the pros and cons of different types of homes, given your lifestyle and budget, like a condominium, whatever, can't even say that, or single-family neighborhoods will be less privacy. So don't forget your budget for home, owners association fees and shopping for condos and townhomes or houses, and your plan gated communities because HOA fees can be quite a lot and it can be just as much as a mortgage, to be honest. So another option is to consider buying a fixer-upper or a single-family home that just need a little bit of upgrades and repairs, which would sell less square footage when you move in ready homes. And you also need a budget extra repairs for remodeling, renovations. But there's so much renovation mortgages, finances, and the home prices, cost of improvements, and one loan. So think your long-term needs and whether a starter home or a forever home will meet them the best. So if you plan to start and extend your family, it may make sense to buy a home with extra room to grow. So check out potential neighborhoods throughout. Choose one with amenities that's important to you, that you want, because it's your forever home. So make it important. So test and commute work and see if it's a good location. 10 on my list is stick to your budget. You don't want to overspend because it's going to be a pain in the butt if you can't afford it. So do stick with something that you're comfortably affordable with. Don't feel pressured to spend outside your comfort zone. If a real estate agent tells you, oh, extra 10K, that 10K adds up. So look at properties below your price limit to give some wiggle room for bidding into competitive markets, because homes are getting so like that nowadays. So 11 on my list is make sure that you are making open houses a must. Online 3D tours with I'm making sure it's available on the internet, really in person. Just don't catch up wasting your time. You have to make it important. So don't split all the information in person visits, like how the carpet smells or moldoo or whatever, but list of properties to visit. Open your senses when touring homes in person. Listen for noise, pay attention to any odors, or look at overall conditions of the home inside and out. Ask about the type and age of electrical and plumbing systems and the roof. 12 on my list is pay for a home inspection. I don't care if it looks perfect and it's brand new. Pay for a home inspection. A home inspection is thoroughly assessment of the structure, the mechanical systems. A professional inspector will look for potential problems so you make informed decisions about buying the property. Here are some things to keep in mind, champions. Standard inspections don't test for things like, like radon or mold or pests, but understand what's included in the inspection and what other inspections you might need. So, make sure the inspector can get to every part of the house, such as the roof and any crawl spaces that they have in the house. But really, traditionally, the buyer attends the inspection by following the inspector around, and you can get a better understanding of the home and ask questions on like the spot. You know what I mean? So, if you can attend the inspection, review the inspector's report carefully and ask anything that's unclear. And 13 on my list is negotiate with the seller. You may be able to save money by asking the seller to pay for the repairs in advance or lower the price to cover the cost of the repairs. So, you have to make a letter and say, hey, this is what I want. You have to ask the seller to pay for the closing costs, but keep in mind that the lenders may limit the portion of closing costs the sellers can pay. So you have to really utilize your negotiating powers to defend the local market. I mean, it's tougher to drive a hard bargain when there are more buyers than homes for sale, but work with your real estate agent to understand the local market and strategize accordingly. 14 on my list is buy adequate home insurance. You have to buy good home insurance, not okay insurance. Your lender will require you to buy homeowner insurance before closing the deal. So home insurance covers cost of repairs to replace your home and belongings for like damage by the incident covered in the policy. So also provides liability insurance. If like you're held accountable for like an accident or injury or something, buy enough home insurance to cover the cost of rebuilding the home if it's destroyed. Bring it all together. If you have any first-time home buyer questions or tips you'd like to share with me, Tony Cancelli, anything I missed, leave me a comment down below, champions, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more real estate content, because good real estate information matters. And if you want to take a look at my content, go to my Instagram at Cancelli the Realtor for tips about buying or selling. And if you want to see some more exclusive content, add me at my Snap at CCCANCELLI1 for an insight of what I'm doing at that very second. I hope you are having a lovely day, champions. And if you're in the Tampa Bay area, you know who to call for all your buying and selling needs. My number is 352-251-9759. And why you choose me is because I turn your dreams into reality using realty. That's what I do. I'm a dream maker. Let me make your dreams come true. Have a lovely day. Bye.